Hello, everybody, and welcome to the void between the reality and the land of heckin' nerds. And today, we are going to be taking a look at the Studio Series Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. And let me just say right off the bat, this figure is awesome. This is absolutely something you have to have in your collection, especially if you are like me, a huge fan of Optimus Prime, and I will explain that in a moment, or a big fan of the War for Cybertron game, which I am, even though I couldn't get past the frickin' Trypticon fight because somebody named Ratchet would not heal me and I kept getting shredded. There's going to be a lot more of that when I finally get my hands on that mold, by the way, on the Ratchet mold, but that's for another day. The reason my first official Transformers review had to be Optimus Prime is because Optimus has a lot of personal meaning to me. For those who don't know, I am a mental health rights advocate. I have been since I was in middle school, actually. And I liken the cause of the free Autobots, led by Optimus Prime here, to my fight for mental health rights. The idea of freedom is the right of all sentient beings till all are one. I very much identify with that, and that's why I have so many Optimus Primes, as you probably saw in the intro video when I leaned over to show you my Transformer shelf. But this was one that I absolutely had to show off. My most recent Prime acquisition. And actually, yeah, my most recent Prime acquisition. And yeah, he was actually my first Transformer of the year, too. He is definitely on the short list for pickups of the year because of how good he is. So let's just go ahead. Oop, spoiler alert for what happens later. Let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, we'll take a look at the accessories, because he comes with an axe and a gun. One thing I need to warn you about, and this has to do with the accessories. Because of the way that the figures are boxed right now with the open packaging, plastic windows could not come back sooner enough. You can, in fact, while he's in the packaging, open up his chest. This leaves the Matrix here very much open to the juvenile parts pirates who thinks it's funny to take off heads and other accessories they can get their hands on. So here's the Matrix, by the way. It is focus, thank you. It's very well painted and very reminiscent of the the War for Cybertron Matrix. Now we'll take a look at that axe, because he does have that axe. And it has two positions. You can either have it in the single blade, or you can have it fanned open like that for a double blade, which I prefer. I do join the chorus on this when it comes to, I just wish this was painted better. This is one of my very few gripes with the figure. I have maybe like 3 complaints, and this is one of them. I do wish this was painted better. There is a DNA Designs upgrade kit for this, but it's as much as the figure, and I unfortunately couldn't afford it at the time. Oh well, if I ever do decide to get that kit, I will definitely do an update video with it. But it comes in 3 parts, and what you do to put it in his hand is you just put the top part in like that, and then you can put the bottom part in, and he can hold his mighty axe. And that does look pretty good. He also comes with the gun that he carried in the video game. And it is a very nice gun. My only problem with this, and I understand why they did this, there is really, because they were going for on-screen accuracy, there is really no other way they could have attached this gun, because he can't hold it. But what you do, you just rip off his arm, and then you replace it with the gun, and that very much looks like how he used his gun in the game. And then my other complaint, the only way you can store this arm while he has his gun is just to plug it into his butt. And that looks patently ridiculous. I feel like they had more than enough room under here to where they could have had that attachment there, and that would have been a whole lot better looking when he has his gun on. So we will go ahead and take off the accessories for the posability, because he needs his arm. There you go, buddy. I'm gonna take this out. So one of the places this figure absolutely shines is in the posability. He is incredibly posable. So he has a shoulder joint here, and one thing you're going to learn about me is I absolutely despise mushroom pegs. I do not know why mushroom pegs are a thing. His shoulder is on one. They do pop for me. They always pop for me. I despise mushroom pegs. He also has one for his elbow articulation, and he can move his elbow up pretty far. Shoulder can do a full 360, and that's generally when the mushroom pegs like to come out. You can get his transformation joints involved, and that will give you a butterfly joint. It does kind of look ridiculous, but it's there. It's your toy. You can do as you please with it. And then he has a waist swivel. This does kind of get in the way, so just lift that up a little bit if you want to engage that waist swivel. Then his hips are on a hinge, and another mushroom peg so they can kick out, as well as do the splits. Then he has knee articulation. The knee can go back that far, and then he can kick forward that far. And then he has an ankle pivot. There's no calf or ankle swivel, but the way this thing is positioned, or the way this thing is articulated, I can understand why, the way the molding is. So yeah, he is pretty damn posable. And there are a lot of different poses you could get him into. You could get a stand involved and do even more with it. This is one of the places where the figure shines. It'll also give you a quick look at that gorgeous head sculpt. It is very good. Do wish the antenna were a little shorter, but oh well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the transformation. So first things first, we are going to pull out these shoulder joints. So that's going to give us some room to fold this part out and fold it up. Then we're going to take this section here and just rock it forward, and you will hear that click into place. Then we're going to pull this up over the cab, or his chest. Then we're going to swing these pieces, and there's two connections here. There's going to be a little peg here and a hole there. And then up here, there is a peg and a hole. And you're just going to slot that in, and just sometimes doesn't want to go on the first chance. But there you go. Do the same on the other side. And now we're going to come to the legs. We're going to turn the legs around 360 and just slot them together as such. Then you're going to take these panels here, and that's going to flip out. You're going to flip the feet in. Then you're going to take these panels and just move them out for now and flip up the little smokestacks. Then you're going to come to the underside of the figure. You're going to flip the wheels out, and that's going to give you some clearance to bring the arms in as such. And then do the same on the other side. So then you're going to have a little connection here. There's a peg and a hole. And then there are two, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. There are two slots here, and there are two pegs here, and you're just going to move the arms in and just peg those into place. And just make sure everything is nice and smushed down. And you're just going to take these pieces here and just fold them into place. There's a, I forgot to show you that, there's a slot here, tab there, slot there, and just tab that in, and you're going to do the same on the other side. And there you go. There you have our friend Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. This is a really nice vehicle. It is very much screen accurate. This is how it looked in the video game. My only gripe, this is everyone's gripe with the vehicle mode, is his fists are just kind of hanging out. They're just kind of hanging out there. So he has visible hand syndrome in his vehicle mode. Like I said, there is a DNA Designs kit that can cover this up. If I do decide to get that kit at any point in time, I will let you guys know and do an update video, probably do a build video installing it. But yeah, there's the vehicle mode. Now you can store the weapons, and this is one of the weaknesses of the mode, but this actually is screen accurate. You can take these pegs here, and there's two little slots on the top, and you can just, isn't that the, come on, get in there. Am I missing something? Probably. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. They go here. You have two pegs here, and then you can put it there. And this is accurate. He did have his gun on the top of his vehicle mode. What's not so accurate, because this is where the axe actually goes, is that's where the axe stores. And that just kind of looks ridiculous. But, you know, what can you do? You're obviously not going to be displaying this in vehicle mode. You're going to be displaying this in robot mode because of how stellar the robot mode is. But yeah, he does roll as all rolling things do. And now we're just going to go ahead and get him back into robot mode. And I will give my final thoughts on the figure. So first things first, we're going to open these panels and fold them back. Then fold in the smokestacks. And I always, by the way, I'm always going to be going from robot to vehicle and vehicle to robot, like I said in the box review, the Kaharon, but I just wanted to reiterate for a Transformer, because I very much rely on transformation videos myself. So I want to make sure that everyone knows how to get them back and forth. And we're going to come down here and unpeg the fists, and then just slide those up and over the wheels, fold in the wheels, and that will allow you to fully close the panels on the side. You're going to come, split the legs. Now, for whatever reason, the foot, of course, usually this thing comes flying off, but of course it's going to behave itself while I'm on camera. Then you just close those in, and you're going to turn that around, bring the fists up, or bring the arms up, and you're gonna slide those out. Let me go ahead and raise that just for that bit of the transformation. You're gonna slide those out like that, open that panel, and then you're gonna rock this whole assembly back. You'll hear it unpeg, and then you'll hear it peg, or feel it unpeg, and then feel it peg again. Then just turn those around and come to the back. Just turn that bit around, collapse that in, and then come back around, and you're just going to slide the shoulders in as such. And there you go. There you have your War for Cybertron Optimus Prime back in his robot mode. Yeah, my complaints aside, they're more in the realm of nitpicking. This is a borderline perfect figure. This was our first impression from the Gamer Edition from Studio Series, and boy, did it make a good impression. I will definitely be picking up more from this, and yeah, there's really nothing else to say. It's a fantastic toy, and it is something that very much belongs in your collection, especially, like I said, if you are a fan of the video game and you are a fan of Optimus Prime. So yeah, there he is. And yeah, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links in the link tree in the description below. And until next time, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.